For the last episode of the Creative Entrepreneur series, I chose to delve into a health issue that can be especially challenging for those creating content. So I invited to the conversation Victor, a student and fashion creator with an influence of over 50k across his platforms, who has been especially open about what it's like creating content with a stutter. Phoebe, a medical student and YouTube creator who has been on the BBC advocating and raising awareness for stammering. And Ria, the CEO of Action for Stammering for Children, which is the leading charity for children and young adults who stammer in the UK. So let's delve in.
My name is Victor. I'm a student and a content creator. I grew up in Nigeria. I moved here 6-7 years ago. I think I discovered I had a stutter probably in like year 3. Okay, because it was hard for me to speak, and I didn't used to live with my dad or my mom. I used to live with my uncle, and they told me my dad had the same issue. So since then, I've just realized, I'll probably have to live with this for like the rest of my life. So it's a thing I've known from time. Funny story, I started creating content to practice not to stutter. Me personally, there are things in my head I would want to speak to people, but I would not be able to speak to people because of the fear of me having to stutter. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to practice in my room on my phone. And I used to upload the YouTube videos and my friends would watch it and they'll be like, it's fun. So since then I've been creating it. So it was all a joke from my room. But now it's like a lot of people are actually interested in what I have to say for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably how I started, yeah. So having a stutter and being a creator, sometimes it can get really frustrating. If you have a stutter, you probably have like 100 takes even for an intro. And if you're editing, it takes a while because you're saying the same thing over and over again. At the beginning of my journey, in my head I was like, only if I didn't have this. Like I literally used to pray to God please. But I think I'm at a point whereby now I know it's part of me. So it's a thing I've accepted and I've grown to learn how to cope with it. Better for me to get comfortable with it now. If you probably see me online now, you probably think I grew really quick, but that's cat. I've been filming videos for like 2-3 years. If not for, okay, I filmed for like a whole year. That was when I was practicing not to stutter. My page literally just kicked off, I'll say eight months ago.
It's estimated that stammering affects 1 in every 50 adults, around 3% of the population within the UK. Recently brought to more public attention by American TV host Steve Harvey on his talk show, where he opened up about his journey of stammering as a child to speaking fluently as an adult. We live in such a fast-paced world, it's easy to forget to be patient when we hear others speaking with more pauses.
Stuttering is not a physical ailment, it's purely mental. And it is only because it starts with the nervousness, and then after that it's anticipation. When you stutter, and people know you stutter, when they talk to you like this. So, how are you today? And you see that, and it locks you up, because you know they waiting on you to start this, I'm doing fine, and it locks you up.
Phoebe, a medical student and YouTube creator, has been an advocate for the condition, appearing on the BBC on behalf of Action for Stammering Children, the UK's charity for children and young adults who stammer. We get to hear about how the condition affects life as a medical student and content creator, plus how people's responses can make a world of difference.
I'm Phoebe, I'm 24 years old and I'm a medical student too, and I'm also a content creator and I also stutter. Yeah, so I make YouTube videos which involves lots of talking in front of the camera. So obviously stammering, it can be quite daunting because you want to come across as being very engaging, positive, and something which having a stammer does is that it tends to break up my words and sentences. It takes me a bit longer to finally get my words out. Yeah, so hopefully I can keep people's attention. I have been making YouTube videos for the past 5 years now. I posted my first video back in 2019, which was actually a very social video. I have definitely found a great group of friends at university. Whenever I post a new video, they are the first people to know about it, to watch it and to support me. Fortunately, my family was very supportive too. That is why I appreciated the work of the charity Action for Stammering Children so much, because prior to that, I didn't really know anyone else who stammered. I definitely felt very alone with this.
Action for Stammering Children is the UK charity for children and young people who stammer, their families and the communities who support them. We have, for example, a partnership with Talking Out, a speech and language therapy practice in North Yorkshire, and we fund residential stammering courses so that children can start, and often they've never met another person who stammers before, they're struggling with their confidence, their stammer is really holding them back, and they spend a week working to develop that confidence, that self-esteem, focusing very much on their goals and where they want to go. And at the end of the week, it's a complete transformation, and you see a very confident, resilient young person who goes back to their school and not just is more confident in themselves, but in talking about stammering and raising awareness within their own community, which is what we're all about. Our youth panel is a fantastic group of young people who stammer, aged between 15 and 25. And it's existed since 2015, and I'm delighted to say that one of those founding members of the youth panel is Phoebe. And Phoebe does fantastic work for us on behalf of the youth panel in raising awareness about stammering, really fighting some of those societal misconceptions and raising awareness about stammering in society. She's done loads for us, from being on the BBC right through to attending some of our projects, and the big one that she's involved in at the moment is our Research Priorities project, and really putting the voices of those with lived experience of stammering at the heart of future research, and ensuring that the research agenda is informed by those who actually are affected by stammering, because that's how it should be working.
My parents and the people close to me did not make me feel like I had a problem. They just made me feel like it was okay to have a stutter. They would never finish off anything I'm saying, because apparently you're not supposed to do that. I'm not sure, but they will let me take, if I'm going to use an hour to say one word, they will literally sit there and let me take an hour to say whatever I'm trying to say. Majority of my friends don't even know I have a stutter, which is weird, because it's a thing of they've grown so much, they've been around me for a long period of time, so now it's not like normal to them. In my head, I used to think I had an issue. When you have a stutter, you have so many ideas in your head. Trying to communicate it to people is like the biggest issue. So I've missed a lot of opportunities. I've missed the chance of speaking to someone just because I know, okay, if I go here, so I feel like my friends and family, they've helped me love that part about myself. So it's a thing of, if you're feeling that you have an issue, that's really not good. You should just learn to accept it, and that is the first phase of you knowing it's part of you, and along the way you'll be able to cope with it. My friends are like, they're delusional, they're delusional, and I feel like those are the best people to have around you. In my uni, I wouldn't say I'm big, but a lot of people know me. And every time they see me, they always hype me, YouTuber, content creator. And I feel like the delusion also fits into mine. Now I believe in like 2-3 years, I'll probably be one big creator that people are trying to look up to. If I drop uni vlogs, everybody's like, where's the next one? They need a new one. So it's a thing of, my friends have changed my mentality in a sense that they will tell me if I want it, I could achieve it. And when you have those type of people around you, I feel like you can achieve anything. You can become the president of America, I'm telling you. Because they say things like, in the next years we'll be driving Lambo. It's a joke at first, but after a while, your brain just starts to pick it up, and you yourself, you just think you can. And all it takes is for you to think you can. Think you can, and you just strive for it. At that point in time, I accepted that, okay, I have a stutter. Okay, so the thing is that the problem now is there. So what are we going to do about it? Because I can't keep saying, oh, I have a stutter. And I avoided doing a lot of things. I avoided taking calls. If you call me, I won't pick your call. After I accepted that I had a stutter, I don't know, maybe my brain cell just switched and I could control the way I speak. At some point, sometimes I stutter in a way I can't even control, but it's a lot easier now that I've accepted and I know, like, it's okay to have it. It's not a problem. It's part of you, is who you are. God made everyone individually. You probably have things that other people don't have. Okay, so God would never give you more than you can handle. So it's a thing of, if God cannot give me more than I can handle, then this shouldn't stop me from trying to achieve my goal or make a new path in life for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm going to cope with this whether I like it or not. I joined the sports team. I joined a lot of societies whereby you'd have to talk. I went for places whereby you literally have to speak because you're there to speak. If I was to speak to my younger self, I would say what you tell yourself is actually what you become. If you tell yourself, I'm rich, even if your account is empty, just keep speaking to yourself. I'm rich, I'm beautiful, I'm okay with myself. Trust me, it plays, in the long run, it plays out really well.